Hello, 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 everyone. This is Michael J. Mayer, author of 7L, The 7 Levels of Communication. Welcome. So glad that you are here today with this wonderful live webinar on the 7 myths about referral generation and the 7 shocking truths that I'm going to tell you about referrals and how referrals really happen. And I want you to know that in previous presentations when I've done this, I have actually put mature audiences only, viewer discretion advised, because I am going to challenge stories that have been told for years by trainers about referrals and referral generation that simply I'm gonna actually debunk the myths and these stories that have been passed along for years, and I'm going to give you the 7 truths. But here's the deal: I could take the myths, I could debunk them, and just tell you the truth, and that would be a great presentation. But here's what I'm going to do: is I'm going to debunk the myth, give you a teaching point, and I'm going to give you a strategy that you can implement today to get referrals based on that teaching point or that strategy. So 7 strategies. Actually, you're going to get far more than 7 strategies today, but the key here is that you're going to get at least 7 strategies. We are in the midst of the Year of the Sphere, and very, very excited to bring this to you. I'm the CEO of Catalyst Mastery Coaching and Referco, and I'm known as North America's most preferred real estate professional. Over 500 referrals a year, over 600 a couple of years, over 1 million in GCI, many, many years. And also the best, so what I did is I put my system in writing, which, there aren't any other teachers of referrals that I know that actually put their system in writing. And that's what I did with 7L, the 7 levels of communication, go from relationships to referrals. And also I co-authored The Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents, which was a bestseller as well. And then I'm also the father and founder, proud father and founder of the Generosity Generation. I have been called many things in this industry. You too have probably been given many titles. Chairman's Club, Platinum Club, 100% Club, Double Diamond, Diamond, Platinum, Gold, Silver, Medallion. You name it, they give it out in real estate. But I want you to know the 2 titles that mean the most to me are Dad and Husband. Those are the titles that mean the very, very most to me. This is my son Max. He's 8 years old. This is my wife Sherry. We've been together for 24 years. And I want you to know, no, I'm not a perfect dad. And I am certainly not a perfect husband. But those are the titles that I want to live up to. And today what we're going to talk about is, when we pass away, we want people to say, he was a loving dad. He was a loving husband. He was a loving friend. He was, or she was, a loving spouse. She was a loving mother. She was a loving friend, right? And we put the words loving in there, and generous and appreciative. And yet it seems like in the business world and in the sales world, the word love is not used. The word generous is not used. The word appreciative is not used. It's crush it, kill it, seize it, smack it, break it, whatever it may be. Well, today, what I want you to do is I want you to learn my system, or start learning my system, that is based on aligning, like perfectly aligning what is written in your business plan with what you want written about you when you die. We want to align our business plan, what's written in our business plan, with what's written on our tombstone. We want to be the same person during work that we are at home. Loving, generous, appreciative, caring, and running a family. And what you need to do is quit looking at business as business and then home as home, and start looking at your business and your clients as part of the family. You are building a family within your business, and you are building a family within your home. And why should they be separate, right? The truth is, what if you could be the same person both at work and both at home? And here's the thing. That's what's called authenticity. That's called being real. That's called being genuine. But you know what? You have not been taught for years how to run an authentic business. Today, we're going to create authentic transformation. So, right off the bat, and I want your feedback in the questions box, right? So the questions box is the best way to communicate, and I am telling you that. So look at these interesting stats from the National Sales Executive Association. So sales statistics, it says 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. So, all right, and then 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% of sales are made on the second contact, and just 5% of sales are made on the third. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact, and a full 80% of sales are made on the 5th through 12th contact. What do you think of these? What do you think? Right? Sound legit? Sound interesting? What's it saying? What's it proving to you? What do you see when you hear this? Right? Yeah, sounds real. Sounds good. Sounds interesting. Right? Well, and most people give up too easy. Keep knocking. Be resilient. People are busy and need time to decide. Persistent pays. Makes perfect sense. It takes time to create a relationship. Says you need to have a relationship, build trust, and be consistent. Consistency and many touches are necessary. Be authentic. So here's the truth, right? Here's the truth. The truth is, this is a myth. These stats will not die, ladies and gentlemen. These stats, but the truth is, those sales statistics are 100% fabricated. There is no such thing as the National Sales Executive Association. That graphic that's on the thing has been used in at least 100 presentations that I have seen. It has been posted in all the Facebook groups on sales and real estate sales. And the truth is, they just won't die. These will just not go away, but they're 100% false. And I want you to know there's one indication that you should have known that these are false. And that is, in real estate, people tend to go with the first realtor they meet, right? It only takes one contact in a lot of cases for a person to choose their realtor, which I find interesting, right? But the bottom line is the National Sales Executive Association does not exist. This research was never done. These stats do not exist. Now, does that mean we should not follow up? No, we should follow up. In fact, follow-up is a big part of our 7L system. But the other thing is I am a research scientist. I want to know why. And then when I know why, I want to know why the why happened. I want to dig deeper. And that's where I discover that there is so much BS. I'm sorry to use that word, but those letters. But there's so much BS out there, and I want to tell the truth. I want to tell you the truth. So here's the thing I want you to know, is that referrals, massive referrals, are well within your grasp. You are closer than you think. The first myth that I want to debunk right off the bat is that you have to make radical changes to yourself or to your business to attract massive referrals. Okay? You don't need to go to a self-improvement guru for 10 years before getting referrals. I want you to know something. Within the 7L system, we have people who are getting referrals from strangers. We have people within the 7L system, Catalyst and Accelerate and Platinum in our programs, Boost, where people are actually getting referrals from people they don't even know. Referrals from strangers. So I want you to know, success is not a 180-degree turn. Success is a 1-degree tweak. Just know that. Success is not a 180-degree turn. Success is a 1-degree tweak. A little tweak, a little difference that makes all the difference. And today, what I want to do is I'm not going to turn your head 180 degrees. I don't want to change your mind or change your mindset 180 degrees. What I want to do is I just want to tweak it, right? A 1-degree tweak where maybe you look at things a little bit differently, And that makes all the difference. So right to what we're doing. So what I want to do is I want to dispel some myths, right? I want to truly dive into 4 quantity myths, and then also I want to dispel the asking myth, the awards myth, and the hope myth when it comes to getting referrals. I want to focus on these myths. So here are the 4 quantity. Yes, I know I'm going really fast, and that's how I tend to go. You can always listen to the recording and back it up and read whatever it is, but the thing is I'm going to go. I may repeat a few things just for the sake of making sure that you get it, but in the end, it's going to go very, very fast. Okay? So, number 1, it's a numbers game. You've probably heard that in sales, it's a numbers game. You've probably heard that a bigger database is a better database, and then also maybe you've heard there's a magical number of touches. No. Stay top of mind with everyone. Perhaps you've heard that you should stay top of mind with everyone. Well, those are all myths, my friend. So jumping right into the first tweak that I want you to make mentally is I want you to go from quantity to quality with your mindset. And what I mean, the problem here is that too often in this business we are thrown the quantity bone. In sales, it's about numbers and how many you got and you know all the most and this kind of thing. Well, they are truly focusing on the wrong thing. When I started focusing on quality, my quality of life improved. And you don't need more quantity, because here's the deal. Don't you suffer from information overload as it is? Don't you suffer from friend overload on Facebook as it is? Don't you suffer from just so much out there overloading? You don't need more quantity in your life. What you need is more quality in your life. So I want you to focus on quality, not quantity. Now, right to the first myth. The first myth is it's a numbers game. You've heard that in sales, it's a numbers game, right? It's just a numbers game. It's just a numbers game. And I want you to know that actually this myth at one time had some truth. Way back when, you could call 100 people and get a sale, maybe, right? And usually that required you getting into somebody who is naive or gullible or weak, right? If they were gullible, naive, or weak, then you could conquer them through your language and get them to sign up. And here's the thing. On the way to the one gullible one, you would call 99 or door knock 99 or bother 99 people to the point where they would get upset. They would hang up or they would cuss you out. And here's the thing. Back in the day, those 99 people would hang up on you or cuss, and then they would honestly go about their day. They had no way to tell people that you made them mad. But here's the deal. In today's world, is that if you make someone mad on the way to your sale, then they can go to Facebook and complain about you. They can build a website. They can sign you up for things like junk mail, or they can tell a lot of people that you made them mad, right? So we have to change the way we're doing sales. It's not a numbers game. The truth is, it's a relationships game, right? What if we built a business that was not designed to prey on the weak, but actually was built to network with the strong, and for the strong to choose you? And by networking and working with the strong, your network and your business got stronger. Well, that just makes sense, doesn't it? So the truth is, it's a relationships game. And to really start a relationship off the right way, or to start an appointment off on the right way, or a call, or a meeting, we should have the best possible opening question. And I want you to know, I'm going to share that with you. The best script in the world to open a phone call, an appointment, a meeting, a networking, whatever it may be, is how do I make this the biggest win for you? So if you're on a call and you're on a call with a client, you can say, hey, listen, how do I make this call the biggest win for you? If you are at an appointment with a seller, you can say, how do I make this move the biggest win for you? Or how do I make this sale of your home the biggest win for you? If you're with a buyer, how do I make this move the biggest win for you? How do I make this the biggest win for you? Notice that when we make it about them, we both win. Everybody wins when we make it about them. Listen, when they tell you how the move can be a win, all you're doing is getting their expectations so that you can match and or exceed their expectations. And I will tell you, the key to referrals is exceeding expectations. And sometimes that means you need to reset their expectations, but you would never know their expectations without asking, how do I make this the biggest win for you? Now, where else could we use this question? Where else could we say, how do I make this the biggest win for you? Where are some places we could use that? Who is someone we could say, how do I make this the biggest win for you too? Family. Amen. At home. 100%. I will tell you, amen, I will tell you that there was a time when I was driving to baseball practice with my son Max, and no, that's not true. I was driving to the park, and we used to go and hang out at a place he called it Drum Park, and it's a park about a mile from the house. And so I said, hey, Max, we're going to the park today. Now, you got to realize, this is Sunday, and for me, Sunday is Sunday, right? S-U-N day is S-O-N day. So I spend it with Max, so I get a chance to spend it. So when we go to the park, I'm always like, ooh, I get to play with Max, right? Well, so we were going to the park one day, Drum Park, and I go, hey, Max, how do I make this day at the park the biggest win for you? Now, the thing about asking that question is we need to be prepared for all of the answers. And Max says, Daddy, and he literally laughed just like that. He goes, when we go to the park this time, can you not be with me all the time and play with me? Can you let me jump on the jungle gym and play on the playground with my friends and people my age and today? And I'm like, right? But I think the thing here is, so I got the answer, but here's what's funny. So I'm sitting there on the park bench watching Max play with his friends and play with, they're playing on the jungle and things like that. And about 30 minutes in, he came over, grabbed my hand, and grabbed the soccer ball and went down into the valley to just me and him to kick the ball back and forth. So what was funny is by making it a win for him, I actually got more of what I wanted, because what I really wanted was time to just goof around one-on-one and kick the soccer ball back and forth, right? So I think the biggest thing, and some of you are like, hey, I understand the point you're trying to get across, but to say the biggest win, I'm trying to figure out better wording than the biggest win. I want you to know something. I am a research scientist. Every word in that question has been hand selected through countless trial and error and research. And saying the biggest win is actually key to the success of this phrase. So please write that down. How do I make this the biggest win for you? Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the numbers. It's not a numbers game. Don't worry about the numbers. If you take care of the people, the numbers will take care of themselves. And that's the absolute truth. All right, myth number 2. A bigger database equals bigger results. There are trainers out there who are telling people to add 250 people to their database on a yearly basis. And I have a problem with that. I truly believe that the better database is will give you better results. Let me give you an example. Let's say I wanted to sell a lot of books. That would make a lot of sense for me. I have a book to sell. So if I wanted to sell a lot of books, would it be better to have 20,000 people in my list or in my community or in my database, or would it be better to have one? Which would be better, 20,000 people on my list or one person on my list? Which is better, do you think? Go ahead and guess in the questions box or in the chat window. Guess which would be better, 20,000 or one when it comes to selling books. Right? So, a lot of you are guessing different numbers, and of course, it depends on who the one is. And what if I told you the one is Oprah? Right? If the one was Oprah, I would sell a lot more books with one person in my database than 20,000. And that's the truth. So here's the first point, okay? The first point, now listen, I know that I changed the slide and you're already looking at the slide, but the first point isn't on the slide. The first point I want you to know is that I want to ask you, listen, I said that the 20,000 compared to the one, if the one is Oprah, Oprah will win. But here's the first thing you need to write down. Who is your Oprah? You have an Oprah. You have a most influential person in your database who deserves and has earned the right to communication with you, who has earned the right, who should be with you at a coffee or happy hour or a dinner or a lunch, or simply needs to hear from you, who has earned the right. So who is your Oprah? Who in your database is your Oprah? And make sure you have a plan for that person for the next year, for the next month, for the next week, for the next day. We should plan for that Oprah. If Oprah was in your database, would you treat her the same as you do all of the people in your database? The answer is no, right? So I want you to know that I'm going to share 2 epiphanies with you during this presentation. This is the first one. Now, if you're like me, you were told to add a lot of people to your database early in your career. So you went out, you were networking, or you were just remembering people, or whatever, you were adding them to your database. Well, it's really easy to do things and spend money on a database when there's 50 people in it. It's pretty easy to spend money and do things for a database when there's 250 people in it. Now, once you get to 1,000 people, it's like, can you really buy the magnets for everybody? Can you really buy the calendars for everybody? Can you buy gifts for everybody? And the truth is no. So here's what happens mentally. Now, maybe this happened to me. Maybe you're smarter than I was, but here's the thing. How many of you have ever been told that if you don't bring enough for the whole class, don't bring any at all, right? And that's a good strategy for a classroom and food or candy or treats or whatever it may be. But here's the thing, is that you start thinking, okay, if I can't get calendars for everybody in the database, I just won't get anybody a calendar. And that is the problem. And that's what I did. For a year, I did not do anything with the database because I went over 1,000 people. Then I got a huge aha. I had an epiphany. I was doing research, which is what I do. I research everything. I found the research of a guy named Professor Robin Dunbar. He's out of the UK. And Professor Robin Dunbar has enumerated why we cannot keep track of all the people in our life. It's because the part of our brain, the neocortex, the front part of our brain, the part that makes us human, allows us to only really build 150 great relationships. 150. So this set me free, truly, because what happened was I looked at the 1,000+ people I had, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to worry about all the noise, all the chaos. I'm going to focus my energies on these 150 people. I actually wrote down the names of 150 people, and they became my focus. And I want you to know that as soon as I focused on a few, the 150, my memory of those people got better. I could remember things like birthdays. I could remember their name. I mean, come on. How many times have you been in the store and it's like a past client and they say, hey, and you're like, oh crap, I really should know their name, right? But I could remember these referral sources and important people's names. I could remember sometimes their birthdays. I could remember that they had kids. Some cases I could remember their kids' names. I could remember their spouses' names, right? So my memory became better about them. Like I could remember more things about them. And so what happened is my relationship with those 150 grew. And in the first year, I went from 200 referrals to over 500 referrals. I went from 87 transactions to 187 transactions in 1 year, simply by focusing on a few instead of focusing on the many. So build a 150-person community. Now, myth number 3. You have probably heard that you should touch your database a certain amount of times. I've heard 12 touch. I've heard 24 touch. What have you heard? How many touches should we give in a year? What have you heard? Yeah, 33 touch, 67 touch, 4 touch, 21 touch, 12 touch, 33 touch, 36 touch, 52 touch, 104 touch, 12 touch, 12 to 48 touch, 6 to 10 touch, 33 touch, 12 touch. Yeah, on and on and on, right? Lots of touching going on here. Yeah, exactly, right? So here's the thing I want you to know. You should touch your database a certain amount of times is a myth. It is a myth. Even the famous 33 touch from the from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent came about simply by averaging what the top producers were doing. It's not even a specific number based on a specific plan. It's just simply the average of the touches from the top producers. But here's the truth, right? The truth is it's the quality of the touches, not the quantity. It's the quality of the touches. Now, I'm going to give you the bad news and the good news around this. So here's the bad news. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's an email or postcard, it doesn't count as a touch. Just because you sent it doesn't mean they even got it. Like an email, if you sent an email, even a market update or a story or an article, even something that was personal to them, you don't even know if they got it. And when you send drip campaigns, the open rate is usually, it's less than 20% for sure, which means 80% didn't get it. And most of the time with the drip campaign, you're getting 4 or 5% open rate, which doesn't even mean that they read it. So you're talking 90 to 95% of the people didn't even see it. Can you count that as a touch? No, they didn't even see it. And here's the other thing. You might do postcards. Well, here's the thing. You don't even know if they got the postcard, right? What's the response rate on a postcard? It's less than 0.5 of 1%. So just because you sent it doesn't mean they got it. But here's the more important thing. It's called touches. The only way to know that you've been touched is that you felt it. So we need something that is that they feel. A touch needs to be felt. And here's the good news, right? The bad news, if it's an email or postcard, doesn't count. But here's the good news. Ladies and gentlemen, please hear me here. One phone call, one genuine, sincere, caring phone call overcomes a full year of perceived indifference. Basically, it overcomes a year of not getting referrals. It overcomes the mindset of not getting referrals. The mindset in the consumer, it overcomes that and breaks the thought that maybe you don't care, you don't need their help, you don't need their business, you don't need their referrals. One phone call a year can blast that and can make you more referable. And remember, one phone call is more powerful than even 100 emails. So that's the good news, right? So, myth number 4. You've probably heard that you should stay top of mind with everyone. My degree's in marketing. So, of course, that phrase was used a ton. Top of mind, TOMA, top of mind awareness, right? You've heard it. But I have to tell you, my experience in business and the experience with my Platinum and Catalyst members belies the stay top of mind with everyone thought. It's a myth. Here's the truth. Each person within your database provides different value to you and your business. And that's the truth. The person who gives you 0 referrals on a consistent basis is worth less, not worthless, but worth less to your business than the person who gives you between 4 and 9 referrals a year. But it says stay top of mind with everyone. No, you really need to stay top of mind with the important ones. So the first thing that you need to do is grade your database. And you need to grade your database on one simple criterion, and that is referrals. Referrals. The reason you have a database is to get referrals, right? If you boil all your reasons down for having a database, you want repeat and referral business. So have you graded your database on repeat and referral? Have you graded your database on repeat and referral? And just so you know, if you haven't, it's all good. It's all good, right? It doesn't matter. I mean, when I say database, I'm not saying a database of past clients. When I say database, I mean your sphere, your family, your friends, your past clients, your current clients, I'm talking everyone you've ever come in contact with is in your database, right? So when I say so you need to grade your database, right? If you have a past client who gives you 0 referrals and you have a friend who has given you 4 referrals, your friend deserves more communication with you during business hours than the 0, the past client, and that's the truth. So I'm going to give you a real quick way. I'm going to give you a quick strategy on grading your database that everyone who I've ever told this has loved. We do this with our Catalyst members. We do this with our Platinum Private. We do this with our Accelerate, and so on and so forth. So here's the thing. What I want you to do is you're going to take your phone, not right now, but I want you to take the first 25 real contacts in your database or in your phone, right? You have a phone contact list, and you're going to write down the first 25 that are real and not in your profession, right? So if you're a realtor, you're not going to write down any realtors. You're just going to write down real people from the first 25 real names. You're going to write them down on a piece of paper from your phone. And they're most likely going to be all A's. They're all going to start with the letter A because your contact system is in alphabetical order. So you write down all their names, and then all I want you to do is to the left of each of the names, you're going to write an A or a B. A means that they have referred you, they are super professional, they're wealthy, they're one of the top clients in your database. An A is somebody that is either referring you or it's like you think with more education and or communication, they would refer you, right? Or you really want them to refer you, but they're just not referring you yet, okay? A B is everyone else. Like you see the name, but you're like, I don't even know who that is. Just put a B. Or you see it's a past client and they bought in maybe the low to mid range, and you really didn't have that great a relationship with them when you were working. Just put a B. Okay? So you will do that for that first 25. It will take you a minute. It takes you a minute. It's amazing. I'll give you another instance of why this goes so fast. You don't think it goes fast, but when you do this, it goes super fast, and I'll tell you why. When you see a number, and it's just the phone number that comes up on your screen on your phone, are you able to instantly have a good feeling or bad feeling about that number? The answer is yes. You see a number, but it doesn't have a caller ID on it. You recognize the number a little bit in your brain, and very quickly you remember a positive element to you. You pick it up, and it's like your sister's new cell phone, or it's a friend's cell phone that's new to you, right? Okay, but can you also, you see a number, and you're like, ooh, you kind of cringe. You're like, oh, I should not answer that for some reason. I know that number. Okay, that's your instinct. That's your intuition. And I want you to know is that's the same thing that's going to kick in when you're grading your database using this system. You're going to go through A and B so quickly. Now, what I want you to do is take it to the next level, which then I want you to look at your A's. And those that have referred you get a plus, right? So they become an A plus. Those who haven't referred you, just put a minus next to their name, right? So you have ABs and you have A pluses and A minuses. I want you to do the same thing with your Bs. You go through and it's like, oh, you know what? They're kind of cool, B plus. And then it's like, ooh, you know what? That was not a good transaction. They yelled a lot. They kind of mean. I'm going to put B minus, okay? So you're then going to have A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus. You have now graded your database or your contacts list in your phone as much as you need to, okay? From that point on, you're going to want to communicate with your A pluses more, your A minuses a little bit less, your B pluses a little bit less, and then maybe not even at all with the B minuses. And that's and another way to look at this is an A plus is real. If you guys know my 7L system, you know my grading criteria. The A plus is really the A plus, right? The A minus is really like a B. The B plus is really like a C, and the B minus is really like a D. But doing it this way has helped my clients go very quickly through their entire phone. We're talking 2,500 contacts to 5,000 plus, and they instantly know their Oprahs. They instantly know their A pluses, and now we can focus. Now, the next thing that I want to do on this is, what if I could give you one question that would instantly allow you to determine whether someone is going to be a good referral source or not? Allow you to determine whether you should pour your very precious time, energy, effort, and money into them, or you should not. That question, my friends, is what are your goals? By asking another person, what are your goals, you're going to get 3 benefits. The first benefit is that those who have goals are better referral sources. So if they say, yes, I have goals, and here it is, when they start to explain to you your goals, their goals, you know that they are worth your time, energy, effort, and money, because those who have goals are better referral sources. Number 2, the second reason that this is a great qualifying question is because you also get the benefit of knowing where to pour your very precious time, energy, effort, and money. When they tell you their goal, you now know that you can take your time, energy, effort, and money, your abilities, your talents, your contacts, whatever it may be, and help them achieve that goal, right? You now have a target for your tools. Now, the third reason that you should ask another person what are your goals is because of something called question reciprocity. Question reciprocity just means that when you ask another person a question and they go to ask you a question, they are likely to ask you the exact same question that you just asked them. So if you say, how's your day? They're likely to reply, fine. How's your day? Right? You've seen that before. How are you doing? People say, how are you doing? Right? How's business? And you talk about, they talk about their business, and then they ask you, how is your business? Right? So it's just part of conversational etiquette that we ask another the exact same question that we've been asking. It's also easy, right? We don't have to think about it. We know it's important to them, so guess what we do? I mean, by asking what are your goals to another human being, what's interesting about that is we're also saying goals are important to me. Isn't that cool? So those are the 3 benefits. 1, those who have goals are better referral sources. Number 2 is that you now have a target for your tools. You know how to help them. You can help them achieve their goals. And also, you have triggered them to ask you, what are your goals? Now, I want you to know, in myth number 5, 6, and 7, I'm going to give you the exact answer when they say, what are your goals? That will help them refer you. Actually, you're going to answer, and they're going to want to refer you by your answer. Are you open to getting that answer? When they say, what are your goals? I'm going to tell you exactly what to say to get referrals. Would you be open to that? Okay. I'm getting a lot of yeses here. All right. All right. Now, here we go. We'll keep going on this. Now, so what I've done is I've dispelled 4 quantity myths. Your tweak that you need to mentally wrap your mindset around is to go from this quantity mindset to a quality, right? Quality questions will lead you to quality conversations and quality answers. Quality touches, quality like phone calls and events and one-on-ones and handwritten notes will lead you to quality relationships. And of course, you knew this already, but I had to restate it for you, is that quality people will lead you to quality referrals. Once you make your 150, right, build your 150-person community, we then go into a game that my Catalyst members and Platinum and Accelerate people play, which is Operation Database Upgrade. Every year, in fact, every month, you are looking to upgrade your database with even more quality people. You are looking to surround yourself with even more quality people who will lead you to quality referrals. And quality coaches and mentors will lead you to quality results. That's what I'm here for. And then focus on quality. The quantity will come, but more importantly, the quantity that comes will be a quantity of what you really need. Quality. So, let me ask you this. What's your biggest aha so far? Right? What's your biggest aha so far that we've covered? What's your biggest aha? I'm getting a lot of thank yous and you're awesomes, but I'm not looking for thank yous and listen, I appreciate being appreciated as much as anyone. But what's your aha? What's the biggest thing you learned, right? Dunbar's number, right? Less is more, right? Focus on quality. Quantity will come. Understand others' calls and ask them, what are your goals? I love it. And that you don't have to have a huge database to be successful. I am the poster child for that one. Thank you for sharing that. It's not merely a numbers game. I really like the idea of playing Operation Database Upgrade every year. Focus on the one, your Oprah. We've been trained the wrong way for years. Yes, thank you. Love the less touch, more quality. Absolutely. We make things so complex and too complex. That's so true. That I can create a business from a smaller database as long as it's quality. Quality over quantity was my biggest aha. Number of touches was a big aha. Quality is better than quantity. Don't worry about the numbers. Focus on the people, and the numbers will take care of themselves. Thank you. I love that quote. Really just honing in on rating people, A-B grading, and then adding the pluses and minuses was genius. Thank you. Thank you. Dunbar's number of focusing on the 150. Network with the strong. Yeah, right from the get-go. Instead of building a business on conquering the weak, we build a business on partnering with the strong. Yes, find one person. The 1 degree turn of focus. One call can change everything to a past client or a friend or a family member. Don't play the numbers game chasing people I don't know like internet leads. You don't need 2,000 people in your database to succeed. Focusing on networking with the strong. The golds question is fantastic. I need to go through again and spend money and time and effort on my A-plus people. Great aha. Yeah. All right. More and more and more. You guys are pouring these in. Yeah, I love it. All right. So here's the deal, right? So the first thing is I want to tell you about Accelerate, and I'm going to tell you about a couple things, and then I'm going to give you the 3 myths, right? So we are having a very special edition of one of our best classes, and our best classes is called Accelerate. So what Accelerate is 4 months of coaching in 1 month. We accelerate your learning process with a time-triggered, kind of time-release set of strategies. And in fact, we're going to go over 108 strategies in 1 month. Yes, that's right, 108. Now, you might think, well, that's a lot. Well, here's what I want you to know. You're not going to implement all 108. You're going to focus on the ones that mean the most to you. So here's the deal. In December, you're going to have 8 coaching sessions. Not 4, not 2, not 1. You're going to have 8. 8 sessions, right? And you're going to go through referral mastery. Now, why are we doing this special edition this way? Is because it's December. We want to kickstart your year. We want to blow out 2017, and we have the combination to unlocking your potential. That's what Accelerate is, right? So it's the most requested training program we've ever offered. It's simple and powerful. It's step-by-step coaching through 7L and the 7L system, the referral system that we've created and documented and written. Finish strong. You launch yourself to your best quarter ever and your best year ever, and it's in a group setting with accountability. You get to share your struggles and successes in a team environment. You get access to our Accelerate private Facebook group, and you're going to unlock your potential and, more importantly, maybe, the potential of your database. And here's the thing. How much is one referral worth to you? If you got one referral from Accelerate, even if you netted all the way out, taxes, what you split with your broker, all the way down, what is one referral worth to you? And the results are guaranteed, right? So I'm going to also bonus those of you who choose to do it today, right? One is I'm going to give you the complete 7L action guide, which is over 400 pages, and it includes the complete copy of 7L inside this book. This is your workbook for Accelerate. Now, if you're in Catalyst already, you have the workbook. It's probably just sitting there. You can jump into this, and we're going to go through every single page of this complete action guide, the complete 7L system, in Accelerate. This is the workbook for Accelerate, worth $497. Also, I'm going to bonus you that choose to do it today with a free coaching session with a certified referral coach. This is a live one-on-one coaching session, personalized, customized to you, and it is a business planning session to help you conquer your biggest referral generating challenge, or to help you achieve your biggest referral generating goal. So that's bonus number 2, right? So what's the investment, right? And I just so you know, those who know me know that those who act fast get the rewards, right? Because we found that those who act fast make the best people in our program. That makes sense. So the 7L Accelerate program is a $497 product that we've done many, many times at $497. Okay. Now we're going to bonus you the action guide. The investment's not $497. It's better than that, right? So you're going to get the action guide. You're also going to get a coaching call with a certified referral coach, right? So the total value is over $1,700. That is not the investment. Okay, and this is a special edition of the action guide, which includes the entire book of 7L within it, right? So you're not going to invest $1,744, right? Your investment is just $297 today. Okay, so you can just get the entire Accelerate program. You're getting 8 coaching sessions, 4 months of coaching in 1 month for $297. What is one coaching session, right? For us, it's $1,500, so $750 a session. You're getting 8 $750 sessions, essentially, for $297. Okay, it's a power pack deal. So for those of you that are interested right now, go to getaccelerate.com. Okay, Get Accelerate. You might want to write that down. Getaccelerate.com. This is for you only and today only. And here's the thing I want you to know. I'm not here to sell this, right? I'm here to offer this because I am here to help. Okay, I am here to help. I want to help you. Now listen, $297. Excuse me, $297. Are you kidding me? for a whole month of getting 100% focused on your database, cleaning up your database, and get our help, right? So here's the thing. Whether you do this or not, I'm going to love you. I will. Now, if you do this, I'm going to love you, and we're going to talk a lot more. But the bottom line is, I'm not doing this webinar to sell Accelerate. I'm doing this webinar to help you get more referrals and have a better lifestyle, right? What Accelerate does is it accelerates the process, hence the name. So, bottom line, check out getaccelerate.com. If it's for you, do it, and we'll all go 100%, right? If it's not for you, that's okay too. It's all good. It's not for everyone. I understand. All right, so let's keep going. So, the asking myth. Yes, I'm going there. Yep, I am going to dispel this myth. I'm sorry, I got to do it. Myth number 5. You have probably heard that you should ask for referrals. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to just dispel this right now. You should not ask for referrals. The truth is that you should have more referral conversations. Now, I want you to know that the tweak that you need to make is you need to go from selling to serving in your mindset. Go from selling to serving with your mindset. Now, you go to all these sales skills things, right? You learn how to improve your sales skills. Well, what are you doing to improve your serving skills, right? What are you doing to improve your helping others? And that's what we teach in 7L and the Generosity Generation is how to improve your serving skills so that you receive more, right? Serving equals deserving, right? So what's that look like? So first of all, no more asking for referrals, right? I could go into a long story on why you should not ask for referrals. Like you've been taught for years, you've been told that you should ask for referrals, and if you're not asking for referrals, it's your fault. You know, you're drunk monkeys in action, or you're just too weak, or you'll never make it in sales because you're not asking for referrals. Here's the thing. Asking for referrals repels referrals. It repels people to do the very thing that you want them to do. The reason you're not asking for referrals, ladies and gentlemen, is because you're good people. You don't want to feel awkward. You don't want others to feel awkward. And you are not selfish, right? Asking for referrals is an extremely selfish act because when you ask, the only person who wins is you. Now, we need to tweak that to a referral conversation environment. So I want you to know, I told you I was going to share 2 epiphanies. One was the epiphany of the 150, Dunbar's number. Now, the second epiphany that I got was, oh my gosh, who would actually enjoy a referral conversation with me? And I started thinking about the people and the professions of people who would love to talk to me about referrals in a very mature, open, honest conversation about referrals. And I thought of business brokers and salespeople and small business owners and entrepreneurs and doctors and attorneys and hairstylists and inspectors and contractors. And I found there were tons of people who would actually love to have a referral conversation. So I started networking with those people. Well, here's what I discovered, ladies and gentlemen. By networking with those people, I got more referrals because those are the people who are the best referral sources anyway. So huge epiphany led to a huge amount of referrals. And the thought is, if you were to build an army of ambassadors, who would you want to recruit to your army first? And the answer to that is salespeople. If I want an army of unpaid salespeople, ambassadors are unpaid salespeople, I want an army of salespeople. Got it? So start networking and having one-on-ones with these professions, these people who would love to have referral conversations, attorneys and CPAs and financial planners and so on and so forth. This is a very, very important mindset shift. Myth number 6. The awards myth. Don't we throw awards around in this industry like they're candy? You know, here's the myth. You should set volume and transaction goals. Okay? Well, that's a myth to an extent. Okay? If you feel the need to do volume and transaction goals, to trace it back to what you should be doing on a daily and weekly and monthly basis, then it's a good exercise. But here's the truth. You should have transaction and volume goals, maybe, but you should have one goal more than any other. And you should have a referral goal, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I could just say have a referral goal, but here's the teaching point, right? Is we need to go from awards to awakening in our mindset. We need to awaken to what's really important, right? So we need a referral goal. We need to set it, we need to share it, and we need to track it. Now, I could just tell you to set a referral goal, or I could tell you exactly how in a way that gets you referrals. Here's how you want to set your referral goal. The example is I give 100 referrals and receive 50 referrals this year. You need to be starting to share that this month, next month, and forward. Please, just share it. And here's the thing. You're like, well, I'm not sure if I can give 100. Don't worry about it. Okay? Just start with verbalizing the goal and see what happens when you share this goal. Powerful. Now, I promised you that I would give you the perfect answer when a person that you just asked, what are your goals, when they go to ask you back, right? So you say, what are your goals? They tell you about your goal. They tell you about their goals. They tell you some more about their goals. And you go, I've asked a lot of questions about your goals. Do you have any questions for me? And they say, yeah, you know what? What are your goals? The perfect answer is, you ready for this? Are you writing this down? My weekly referral goal is to give 10 referrals and receive 5 referrals. Now, they're going to have a look on their face, and they're going to say, now what was that? You're going to say, my weekly referral goal is to give 10 referrals and receive 5 referrals. Now, when you share that, please know they will instantly want to refer you, because by referring you, they are likely to get 2 referrals in return, if you look at how that is written. Also, they will become instantly more friendly to you, because we are more friendly to givers. And by definition, you have just stated that you are a giver, because you are giving 10 referrals and receiving 5 referrals. And I want you to know, I could talk for a day on this one teaching point. This one teaching point, I could talk for a day on the power of this. I unfortunately don't have the time for a full day, but trust me, set your referral goal in a way that shows that you're giving twice as much as you're receiving, and also know that you can easily attain this goal because you're a realtor or a lender. All right? Now, share it everywhere. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it in your email, share it in verbally, share it everywhere. Then, track it. Track it somewhere. Visible is best, using whiteboards or chalkboards in your office. Track your goal, right? Track your goal. It's a little hard to see, I know. Track your goal. This one's a little bit easier, right? Track it. Track it, track it, track it. People will want their name on the board. People will want to give you referrals to even out the list. People will know referrals are important to you. People will know you want and need more referrals simply by your tracking visibly your referrals. God, I wish I had so much more time on that. The hope myth. This is the final one, ladies and gentlemen. The last myth. And then I'm going to give you a couple more bonuses for hanging out to the very end. So I always ask when I'm speaking on this, how many of you have ever received a referral by accident? Or a referral out of the blue? Or a referral completely out of left field? And people always raise their hand. And I want you to know something, is that there are no such thing as referrals by accident. There are no such thing as referrals that happen out of the blue. There are no such thing as referrals from left field. You see, the truth is, that referral happened because of something you did in your life. At one point, you helped someone, you said a kind word, you praised someone, you complimented someone, you helped someone, and in fact, you helped someone unexpectedly, or you did a really good job doing something. And they remembered, and they remembered, and they remembered. And then when someone was in need of help, of your help, they thought of you and they sent you the referral. You see, referrals don't happen by accident. The truth is, referrals can and should be orchestrated. We need a system for referrals. If you have a system, referrals will come to you in a massive way. See, the problem is we have a lot of casual relationships in our database. They're casual, right? They're just there. They're relationships that are they're homeostatic, right? They're balanced. What we have to do is shake it up a little bit. We've got to energize our database. We have to go from casual with our relationships to causal. We need to cause something to happen. We need to cause referrals to happen. And we can do that because referrals are orchestrated. Referrals are orchestrated, right? Hope is not a strategy. You can and should have a system for referral generation, a system for referrals, the 7L system, right? We need to align what's written in your business plan with what you want written on your tombstone. Have a map. Have a plan. Get a coach. If you don't have a coach, get a coach, specifically a database coach, somebody to help you with your database, your friends, your family members, your sphere, your repeat and referral business. Implement the 7L system. It's free. It's right there for you. It's in a book, right? Base your business plan on love, generosity, and appreciation, just like you want your tombstone to say, and partner with someone to help you put it into play. And I want you to know, I want to be that partner. I want to help you put the 7L system into play, right? Now, the 1 degree tweak you have to go from here is you need to go from hoping that you get a referral, hope is not a strategy, to faith. You run the system, you will get referrals. Go from hope to faith. You know how to judge the difference between hope and faith? Hope waits. Faith acts. Faith takes the next step. So, have a system. Have a plan. Now, before I get to the next slides here is, all right, how many of you learned something new, or you learned something new, or you were reminded of something you should be doing, right? So just say yes or me in the line. Yeah. New or, so lots of value here. And I wanted to give massive value. I really did, right? Reminded and got new. I love that. That's exactly what I want to do. I reminded and got new, and so on and so forth. I mean, and here's the thing I want you to know. Some of you are like, well, maybe this is like a duh. I mean, and I will tell you that's my gift, right? I am given complex things, and I am able to break it down to simplicity. That's what God gave me that gift, right? That's what's so powerful about my teachings is at first you look at it as this big amoeba, and then we break it down, right? So, awesome. Reminded and new. I already have your book and CD and love it. I've been Boost. Is Accelerate for me? The answer to that's yes. I'm in Catalyst. Should I do this? The answer is yes. Refocus on referrals. Absolutely. Okay. So I want you to know I am here to help, right? So it's obvious that you've already gotten massive value from this webinar. That's great. The key is to implement, and I want to help you implement. So that's what Accelerate's all about, right? This is the combination lock. We have created a tumbler that is time sequenced to get the most out of your database and to get the most out of your business over the next month and over the course of the next 12 months. We do both, right? So it's a plan for the next week, the next month, but also the next entire year. So 8 sessions in December. 8 sessions of coaching in 1 month. Once again, it's the most requested training program. Everybody wants to do this. Simple and powerful, step-by-step coaching through 7L and the 7L system. It's going to help you finish strong, but also launch yourself into the best year ever. It's a group setting. You will know everybody else that's in the group. You're going to be able to share your struggles and successes in a team environment. You're going to get access to the Accelerate private Facebook group, which is great, not just for masterminding, sharing ideas and everything else, but referrals, ladies and gentlemen. Referrals. You will get referrals from other members of the group, and that's already happened. In fact, we just gave a referral to Pensacola, Florida, from our Accelerate private Facebook group. Here's a key. We want to help you unlock your potential, but even more importantly, we want to unlock the huge potential that you know is in your database. You should call it a data bank. How do we make deposits into our data bank so that they pay off in the biggest way, right? And they do. And how much is one referral worth to you? If you got one referral from what you learned from Accelerate, it would pay for this at least 10 times over and maybe 50 times over. And the results are guaranteed. So what's the bonuses? Here's the deal. You're getting the program, but you're also going to get some bonuses. You're going to get my baby. You're going to get the best book I've ever written, which is the action guide, which includes a complete copy of 7L within it. It's a step-by-step guide to referral mastery. It's the complete 7L system action guide. So that's free with your investment in yourself. A tax-deductible, 100% tax-deductible investment in yourself. And why not do this now? If you need some tax write-offs, is there a better tax write-off than the investment in yourself and then in your knowledge, in your repeat and referral business? I don't think so. Bonus number 2 is a free coaching session. This is a live, personalized, customized session just with you and a coach. Now, if you want a partner or teammate on there, you can do that too. Also, bonus number 3, we say this is priceless because it truly is Facebook Private Accelerate Group. There's referrals in there, mastermind, idea exchange, and of course you get support as you implement. Now, bonus number 4. This is an added bonus for you hanging out with us all the way to the end. Because you're here now, I'm throwing in a couple more bonuses. One is I'm going to give you the Great Retrace online referral training, which is one of the best referral generating strategies known to mankind. It's one of the best I've ever designed. It costs you nothing to implement, and it delivers tons of referrals, and you can watch it over and over again. It has the scripts and everything written down, the whole 9 yards. You can implement it today. That's a bonus number 4 of $97. And then also bonus number 5, here it is, the $1 Million Communication Plan. You get the entire database segmented by grade, a touch plan to communicate with your entire database. So here's the deal. Here's what you're getting. The Accelerate program, which is normally $497, the complete action guide over 400 pages, coaching call with a referral coach, the private Facebook referral and mastermind, the Great Retrace online training, the $1 Million Communication Plan. The total value of that's almost $2,000. You're not going to invest $2,000. It is just, ladies and gentlemen, $297. So less than $300. Get in. Get in. We want you to be in. I don't want you in for the money. I want you in to help you. I want you to live this lifestyle. It is the greatest. I want you to have friends who refer you regularly, and the only people you ever need to talk to are friends, family members, and people who like you and people who are referred to you. Okay? So how do we get it? You go to getaccelerate.com. This is for you only and today only. Make it happen. Take action. Go from hope waits, to faith. Faith acts. Take the first step with us. Come on and join us and accelerate. So, questions, thoughts, answers? Oh, good stuff. Right? All right. I'm in. I'm already in. I got it. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So what if you've not ever had a coach or worked this the correct way? Accelerate is your first step. Please notice that Accelerate starts with the letter A. This is the first step to unlocking the potential of your database. This is the first step. Now, some of you have taken Boost, right? You've heard of Boost or whatever. Boost is really the next step. Boost, some people took Boost first. Boost can be a little bit overwhelming. It can be. In fact, we thought about talking about Boost in this, but the truth is, it's just too much for someone who's just getting started. Accelerate was built for anybody who wanted to get their database fired up, right? I'm a home warranty rep. Is this for me? The answer is yes, 100%. In fact, we have entire companies who are, in fact, your company, who is doing the 7L system. You go through Accelerate, your home warranty, here's the beauty, right, is not only is this good for realtors, but this is phenomenal for loan lenders, for insurance agents, financial planners, anybody that's in business, because it's about referrals, right? It's about, I'm getting a lot of I'm ins, and I have to tell you, the system may hang up on you. We're getting some people that it's hanging up. Listen, when there's a lot of people hitting the site at the same time, it will hang up a little bit. Just don't hit submit again. Don't hit submit. Now, here's the deal. If you hit submit again and you get charged twice, we're going to refund you the difference, okay? It doesn't do anybody any good for us to bilk people, right? So bottom line is let it work. You hit submit. It will give you the receipt. It is 100% tax deductible. Yes, it is 100% tax deductible as a education expense. Give the receipt to your CPA. So also on the lender, here's the thing about home warranty rep or anything else, is I want you to know is that your target market is already so defined as realtors that you will actually see results from the very first session. You will see results even faster, because with realtors, sometimes we have to figure out who to go to them, whereas you already know they're realtors, right? So you have an established target market, whereas the realtor, we have to establish the target market. So, good stuff. I have something to share with Michael. It's personal. Okay. Do me a favor with that and just email Sherry@referco.com. We'll get that covered. I am in by referral only. Does this coordinate with that? This is the perfect match with by referral only. Here's the thing. I love Joe. I love what he does. I've studied Joe Stump's stuff to the nth degree. I've studied Brian Buffini's stuff to the nth degree. I've studied Bill Cates' stuff. He's a financial planner, referral guy, to the nth degree. I have studied Bob Berg, the go-giver guy, right? I've studied Bob's stuff to the nth degree, and I would consider Bob a very, very good friend. Here's the thing, right, is those are all great for getting into referrals. But what we do differently is we are about massive referrals. Listen, there's a guy on this webinar who got 55 referrals in the first meeting that he scheduled after learning a strategy that we taught him. 55 referrals from one person because of a strategy we taught him. So this is about massive referrals. This is referral mastery. This is I'm not anti anything, right? I'm not anti any program or whatever. I'm just really, really pro what we do, because it's based on love, generosity, and appreciation. We're not going to chase anything. We're not going to chase business. We're not going to chase referrals. We're going to attract business. We're going to attract referrals. It's going to come to us, and then we will follow through and follow up, and so on and so forth. We will be in a group. That is correct. I read 7L every day I'm in. A great seminar. I read 7 levels almost daily. Great. Yes. Yes, they are recorded. Yeah. Yes. Is it going to be offered in January? The truth is we don't know. What I do know is it's being offered in December for a reason, because we had a lot of feedback from our Catalyst members and coaching clients who wanted to take this intense program in December to refocus their energies, and to really, last year it helped people get off to a really good start in 2017. And I want you to know, even as good as it was then, it's better now. Ordering your book on Amazon. Okay. Just so you know, if you ordered Accelerate, you would not only get the book, but you'd also get the $497 action guide, and you'd get Accelerate along with the other bonuses. Love it. I've done Accelerate and 30 Mornings twice. Loved it. And what do you do with Realtor Coaching? Okay. For that person that's interested, go to callwithcoach.com. Callwithcoach.com. Thanks for the kind words about Accelerate. Awesome. Okay, we need to wrap up in the next 6 minutes. Yeah, this is the truth. Thank you. Appreciate that. This is the best way to do business. Thank you. It's hanging up on me. Okay, do not push submit again, please. What is the difference between Boost and Accelerate? So I took Boost. Should I take Boost again or Accelerate? I already worked my business by referral, but need a kickstart. Accelerate. Listen, I could sell you Boost for $497 or Accelerate for $297, and so I'm taking less money here. You will get more out of Accelerate, and that's the truth, right? So what follows Boost? In many cases, Accelerate follows Boost, Robert, just so you know. So I would look at this, Robert. Now, we also have Catalyst, which is like, notice the alphabetical, right? We have Accelerate, Boost, and then Catalyst. So that might be something you look at too. Signed up, got in, done, looking forward to this. Email address for private matters would be Sherry, SHERI, at referco, REFERCO.com, referco. We do referrals, right? Have you had anyone who sells advertising go through this program? Sorry about that. Couldn't hit the mute button fast enough. The answer is we've had a lot of people who sell a lot of things go through Accelerate, right? Oh, Heidi says, stop the order on Amazon, did Accelerate instead. Okay. That's the right answer, just so you know that. These sessions are midday. Depending on your time zone. Listen, yes, $297, 100% tax deductible. Will there be a replay of this webinar? I wasn't able to join at the beginning. The answer is I hope so. Maybe tomorrow. I'm hearing tomorrow in my headset. I love that there is an action guide. Yes, me too. I spent 2 years on this action guide, and that is no lie, and that is no hype, and that is no exaggeration. You can ask my wife. I spent 2 years on that action guide, and every single question has been checked a million times. I have read the book twice, but was overwhelmed with where to begin. Oh, here's the thing. Here's the beauty. Accelerate takes you through the action guide. So the action guide is also the workbook for Accelerate. How much do you love that, right? All right. So waiting on materials from Catalyst. When can I expect? Okay. Just email Sherry at referco.com. Need a review with partner. Will this offer be open? This offer is open till 7 Eastern, just so you know. I need to take this in January. You know, we'll take it on a case by case. But I'm guessing right now it won't be offered in January. I will tell you what will is 30 mornings. But here's the deal. We'll figure it out. I was going to put my database into the Buffini CRM, which is called, I know it's called Referral Maker. Is this a good idea, or will you talk about which one to use? Here's the deal. We will tell you which one to use. So right off the bat, in the first week, you will know, and honestly, you may get all the information and still do Referral Maker. So I just want you to know that that will still be on the board, but I would wait till the first week of December to invest. So hopefully that saves you some money right there. Will you be conducting the coaching sessions? The answer is some of them, yes. All right, good stuff. Yes, We do go into CRM. Good stuff. You guys are great. These are awesome. Lots of thank yous. Lots of your awesomes. I'm not here to be awesome. Honestly, I'm here to help. Heidi wrote, literally just wrote, you are awesome. Listen, the bottom line here is that for $297, listen, yeah, I'm making some money. I am. But it's nothing compared to other stuff that we do. And I know that for a lot of you, $297 is a lot of money. I respect every single penny of the hard work it takes to make a dime or two in this business, right? But I want you to know is the reason we're making it that price is we need more people implementing the 7L system. We need more people doing business based on love, generosity, and appreciation. And I want you to know that this is not fluff. This is not BS. This is not pie in the sky. This is not rose-colored glasses. This is true strategy and tactic that leads to more referrals and more business based on generosity and appreciation. Yeah, signed up, looking forward to it. I'm an Old Republic home warranty rep. We did an entire project around your training. It was awesome. Loved your presentation in January, and I am in. Yeah, great. You are totally awesome. I discovered your approach was the most in line with me. Once I read your book, I knew that was it. Thank you. Yeah, somebody mentioned thank you. The November idea. We don't call November within our system. We call it November, and we write 30 notes in 30 days, 30 handwritten notes, right? So we're going to put our appreciation in writing. Instead of just telling people we appreciate them, we are going to show them. And this person wrote the notes, and it made a great positive impact on our attitude and calendar. And I fell into the other way before, and it was detrimental to my business. I am so looking forward to getting me back with your system. I love it. I just attended your Phoenix seminar. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, you're rocking it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to continue to ask. I'm so looking forward to you being an Accelerate, and truly, this is the combination lock to unlocking your potential. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. This is authentic transformation. This is a transformation to a business that shows the real you. That's the truth. You want to be a loving husband, loving father, loving mother, loving spouse, whatever it may be. Well, why not be a loving business person, a loving realtor, a loving CEO, right? And the truth is you want that. You've never been taught that, and that's what we teach. So this teaching, our teachings, have been supported by Dave Ramsey, Gary Keller, Dave Liniger, Bob Berg, Todd Duncan, many, many, many more. And we're blessed to have the people that are in our organization, the Generosity Generation, and our clients at ReferCo. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Hope you have the greatest one ever. And we will see you in Accelerate. Get ready to put the pedal to the metal and take that business to the next level.